Hey there, this is JJ Virgin, and thanks so much for joining me on my Anti-Diet podcast. This is for you if you want to get off the Diet for Life merry-go-round and learn how to use diets like they should be used as a short-term therapeutic tool for healthy weight loss, gut healing, reducing inflammation, and detoxifying. If you'd rather watch this episode, I did put on makeup and do my hair, so check it out on my YouTube channel. Do you want to know how to finally get off the hamster wheel of losing weight and regaining weight for good? Well, I'm here to show you how. Hey there, I'm JJ Virgin. I'm a 4-time New York Times bestselling author and Fitness Hall of Famer, and I've been helping thousands of people lose weight in a healthy way and keep it off for more than 30 years. And if there's one thing I constantly see, it's that most people don't know there's a simple way to drop extra pounds and make sure you never gain them back. So if you want to make sure you don't miss this kind of good information, let's stay connected. All you have to do is hit like on this video and subscribe to this channel. So you may already be nodding your head that you know the frustration I'm talking about. But just to be clear, this video is for you if you've been struggling to lose weight, whether it's a little or a lot, and every time you lose some, you gain it back, sometimes even more than you lost in the first place. Well, I've got great news. In this video, I'm going to teach you 3 simple steps to break that cycle and lose fat fast, like in 3 weeks fast. Usually, your first diet is the best. Then you have to work harder and harder to lose less and less weight, right? In fact, 85% of people regain what they lost inside of just 2 years. And that number goes up to over 90% in 5 years. Many of them even end up at a higher weight. Now, you thought you were alone, right? You're not. You probably tried everything and every diet imaginable, from keto to paleo to vegan to fairy dust, and you're discouraged and disgusted because nothing works. You're exhausted and you're wondering how other people can lose weight and keep it off. So you get back on the hamster wheel and think you need to do more of this. And still, this never gets any easier. Now you're starving and grumpy, and when you collapse at the end of the day and decide to allow yourself just 1 or 2 chips, you hoover down the whole bag. Now, if any of that sounds like you, especially if you're anywhere on the spectrum from perimenopausal to postmenopausal, you probably think you can't lose weight because you're over 40 and your hormones are wrecked. And oh yeah, you've got those genes, you know, the ones your mom gave you. Well, let's bust those myths right now. Yes, you should exercise. It's great for your physical and mental health. Moving is really important, but not as important as diet when it comes to weight loss. What's worked for me and my clients for years is this 3-step approach, and it works in just 3 weeks. Now, the first step is prep. You have to prepare for success, and that includes everything from cleaning out your pantry to taking your measurements, your waist, your hips, and your weight. Yes, you have to. The scale is not your enemy, I promise. It's going to be there to celebrate because what you measure, you can improve. Now, more about how to take those measurements are in the link below. But prep really starts with mindset, because until you accept that this isn't your fault, you'll never stop beating yourself up and you'll never get the results you want. The decks have been stacked against you on shelf after shelf after shelf of nutritionally bankrupt, addictive food. And when you try to quit cold turkey, you know what happens. You go through withdrawal and you become obsessed with what you can't have. Everyone responds to deprivation the same way. And then you end up giving up and giving in and going overboard. Now, if you're carrying some extra pounds and you don't want to be, even if it's just those last few stubborn pounds, it's time to join me on my anti-diet crusade. And I'm not only anti-diet, I'm anti-diet culture. So what do I mean? Your body isn't a bank account. It's a chemistry lab. And dieting shouldn't be a hobby. It shouldn't be a way of life. In reality, it's a way to your best life. When you put crap food in your body, it sends your immune system into an inflammatory spin to deal with all the processed junk. And your stress hormones get out of whack and hijack your sleep cycle. And on top of that, you also set the table for every chronic disease you can think of. And that's why moderation is a myth. If a food is hurting you, it's hurting you. And by the way, even healthy foods can be hurting you. Now, I like to take what I call a unique approach and help you make choices specific to you for your body, your lifestyle, your taste buds, and your genes. A diet is a therapeutic short-term tool, and it can be used to help you lose fat fast, but also to heal and detoxify your gut, soothe your inflammation, and ease your achy joints. When you use your diet, meaning what you're eating, as a therapeutic tool, you discover what works best for you. And then you can create a personalized eating plan that will shift you from being a sugar burner to a fat burner. And that's when you'll see the weight come off fast. So mindset. You're going to stop beating yourself up. Deal? Take some simple measurements to go at this the right way and dive in. Which brings us to step 2. Swap. So if it's not your metabolism slowing down and creating weight gain, what is it? Of course, it can be the amount of food you eat, sure. But if you've been on a diet roller coaster most of your adult life, you probably figured out that you can't starve and skinny margarita your way to your dream body. The hidden cause of most weight gain and the reason you put it right back on after you lose it is food intolerance. Food is your friend and should make you feel great. And if it doesn't, there's a reason. My approach, the Virgin Anti-Diet, helps you figure out the root cause of what ails you, whether it's extra pounds, achy joints, dull skin, or a really unhappy gut. More often than not, food is the problem, but surprisingly, not the food itself. It's your response to certain foods that matters. That inflammatory spin I was just talking about, that's food intolerance. Now, some intolerances are pretty well known, like lactose and gluten. For years, though, we've been taught that typical diet foods like whole grains and non-fat yogurt and egg white omelets are the best options for fast fat loss. Now, the truth is, those so-called healthy foods may actually be causing you to gain weight and sabotaging your health. If you've been eating all those right foods but still not making progress, then food intolerance is the likely culprit. And if your goal is to lose weight and be healthy, eliminating the foods that cause chronic inflammation is a must. And by the way, it's a must right now. All right, so which foods should you avoid? Well, after working with thousands of people struggling with weight loss resistance and dealing with weight regain, I've identified these 7 foods that are most likely to prevent your forever weight loss. Gluten, dairy, eggs, soy, corn, peanuts, sugar, and artificial sweeteners. Swapping out the foods that are hurting you, likely without you even knowing it, can be a game changer. And here's the great news. You only have to do it for 3 weeks. Just 3 weeks, and you'll see and feel a major difference. This can be as simple as swapping almond or coconut milk for cow's milk. Believe it or not, making that easy switch can have a huge impact on your weight and the way you look and feel. Why? Because dairy is super inflammatory, but we've been told it's so good for us, which is probably why you've been eating dairy your whole life. Now, I've taken a little poetic license with the definition of food intolerance because in reality, there's a broad spectrum of reactions to food. Food allergies can be life-threatening. Think about like that peanut allergy where your throat closes up. But if you have a food allergy, you probably know it, and you're already avoiding that food. Food intolerances are low grade and sneak up on you over time. So usually you don't even connect your symptoms to that food. If you're tired all the time, you have headaches, digestive problems, skin problems, joint pain, brain fog, food cravings, moodiness, Any of this sound familiar? Any of it? You're probably dealing with food intolerance, and that's leading to even bigger problems like leaky gut. And I'm going to go into leaky gut and an easy way to fix it in my next video. But for now, just know food intolerance can wreak havoc on your system and serve up symptoms ranging from low-grade irritability to metabolic disease and obesity. So swaps can make all the difference for you. And some are so delicious and will make you feel so good, you'll probably never want to go back to what you were eating. Some examples for you. You're going to swap your peanut butter for almond butter. You'll swap your whole wheat pasta for lentil pasta or spaghetti squash. You'll swap your eggs for a nutrient-dense, loaded virgin anti-diet smoothie. Swap your popcorn for roasted chickpeas, your artificial sweeteners for allulose. You're getting the idea. These swaps are delicious, and again, you'll probably like them even better than what you were eating, and you'll love the way they make you feel. And I've got so many more of them in the link below. So that brings us to step 3, challenge. Now, once you've kept those 7 highly inflammatory foods, I call them high-fi foods, out of your diet for 3 weeks, you'll reintroduce them one at a time to find out which ones are causing you to hang on to extra weight and those miserable symptoms of food intolerance. I've given you a little link that will guide you through that. All right, once you figure out which foods you need to avoid, you'll keep that weight off for good. You'll feel amazing, and you can drop out of the Dieting for Life Club forever. So I hope you enjoyed this anti-diet primer. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can get more healthy lifestyle intel, tips, and tricks. And in the next video, I'll cover the simple way to know if you have leaky gut, and more importantly, how to fix it. See you there. Thanks again for being with me this week. For more info on this and other health topics I cover, or to rate and review, find me on Instagram, Facebook, and my website, jjvirgin.com. And don't forget to subscribe to my show so you won't miss a single episode. Go to subscribetojj.com.